Yo, 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 you know what it is, man. What's good? What's good? I ain't been on here in a while, man. Nigga just been living life, honestly. I can't even been working all type of shit. I'm gonna get back on here though. I'm gonna definitely start getting back on here. I just been really focused on really investing, man, and making shit happen for real, man, to be honest with you. Um see if y'all can hear me. Alright, y'all can hear me. So look, this is what I want to talk about basically. So it's been a lot of shit going on. One of the things that I do want to talk about is the whole Gucci man getting robbed by Pooh Shiesty kind of shit. You feel me? See, this the thing, right? If no one's gonna say it, then I'm gonna say it. But we in the community, right? Hip hop community, we have certain people, right, that we look at and we kind of use them as like a scale, so to speak, right? So like, say for instance, if you want to look at people who got like the best metaphors or whatever, niggas will say shit like, is he on a Wayne level? Or if someone has impact on the culture, we could say, well, that's some Kanye shit. We basically use people as like a reference point to kind of give an idea on exactly what that person, how much that person is doing in whatever we're judging them for. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, right, it's like Gucci Man was that one guy, that one rapper, that one musician, that one artist that when we seen like people like talk, right, or snitch, because snitching is big now. When we seen people snitch or whatever, right, we would be like, yeah, hell no. Gucci Man would never do that. You know what I mean? Gucci Man would never do that, right? Gucci Man or Jeezy or whatever the fuck. You get me? So like to see Gucci Man in this situation, let alone for him to be accused of snitching because he got robbed by one of his own artists, it's crazy work. Now, all that has a backstory, you know what I mean? So there was a point in time where, what up, y'all, what up, what up? There was a point in time where, from my understanding, Big Scar was also signed to Gucci Man. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that Pooh Shiesty and Big Scar are related. They're cousins of some kind. They're related, right? So with them being related to each other, there was some, I would say, rumors or things that happened potentially that I don't really have a lot of knowledge of. But Gucci Man was not treating Big Scar in a good way. You know what I mean? And I think Big Scar kind of opened up the Pooh Shiesty at one point in time. This is just like rumors and hearsay and stuff like that. Um, but this would kind of explain why Pooh Shiesty felt how he felt about what he did, right? And it's not confirmed, I don't think. But, we're going to see how this plays out. But he probably didn't like the deal that he had him in. He probably didn't like that he wasn't promoting him as much. Or he probably didn't like the fact that, Gucci Man wasn't, I don't know, giving him features or giving him industry connects. Something, right? So Big Scar expressed that, to Pooh Shiesty, is what I'm assuming. And Pooh Shiesty kind of felt some type of way uh, towards Gucci Man. And you could see at one point in time, you did not see Pooh Shiesty around Gucci Man like that, for real, for real. You feel me? Like, you did not see him around Gucci Man. Like, they weren't really fucking with each other. It was almost like a J. Cole, Jay-Z situation where, like, you would assume that you would see J. Cole, Jay-Z at least around a couple times here and there at the brunch, the parties, stuff like that, the breakfasts and just at events, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like that. Same thing with Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty. I never really seen them together enough to even to seem like that they were like fucking with each other. You know what I'm saying? Heavy. It was just like you signed to me. It is what it is. You get me? So when you get this whole thing of Pooh Shiesty doing something to Gucci Mane, it's not really far fetched. You know what I'm saying? There's a joke on the internet going around saying Pooh Shiesty in his name. You feel me? So, I mean, that honestly makes sense. You get a nigga named Pooh Shiesty. I mean, what the fuck else you expect from this nigga? He just got out of jail. But see, that's the thing, too. Minus the name and the obvious and all this other shit. Like, why would you just get out of jail on this shit, bro? You just got out. 5 years. You did 5 years, bro. And you didn't want to do those. Because when you first went in, nobody wants to talk about it. But when you first went in, you tried to commit suicide. Or you played like you wanted to do it or something like that. I remember that shit. You had on the turtle suit. And the only people who have on turtle suits and shit like that is the people who try to, off themselves and shit, So it ain't like you wanted to be in there. Or it ain't like you wanted to be, you wanted that shit on your name. You wanted to get away with that shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people that do crimes and shit don't be wanting to go to jail. Believe it or not. They try to make it seem cool because they want to seem hard to the next motherfucker, but really they feel stupid. And they feel like, man, if I was smart, I would have got away with it type shit. If it weren't for the meddling fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, like, I don't like the fact that Pooh Shiesty put himself in a situation where he could even be considered doing a crime to somebody who kind of looked out for him. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you didn't like the deal or whatever, but at the end of the day, we know your name. I'm talking about you on this live right now because of Gucci Mane and because your name is attached to Gucci Mane and because people knew you from your name being attached to Gucci Mane. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, Big Scar and Fujiano, Big 30, I mean, all of these guys, you know what I'm saying? Big Walk Dog, like all of these guys that are affiliated with Gucci Mane, that are signed to him or that is heavily affiliated with the people around him, his label, just if you met him through your family, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, he put you in a position to where you could be noticed. So, I mean, it is kind of fucked up that you tried to allegedly do this shit, which I don't really know. You know what I mean? But you are in court for it right now. You're getting charged with shit. They saying they got you on video. This is all speculation until the video comes out, until shit comes out. So it is kind of fucked up. Now, what adds to this is what I'm seeing. Shout out to Byron Blake because I watched his videos because I feel like he tries to be as non-biased as possible, but when people, call him out for being a liar and this and that, then he got to kind of like defend himself, and I completely understand that. He has a lot of, I take him as like more satirical, even though a lot of the information, I'm not talking about when he presents information, just more so how he talks about people, like certain people on his channel, like 1090 Jake and all that shit. That should be funny. I just take it as satire, you know what I'm saying? It's jokes. But when it comes to like actual paperwork and someone actually giving a fuck about just putting out the information, not being biased and like kind of telling you what it is, I kind of looked his page up. And when I seen that Pooh Shiesty's dad was quote unquote a rat or whatever, it's like, whoa, what the fuck? And then not only that, they saying that his dad had something to do with the robbery. And not only that, not just something to do with it, he was the nigga that set the shit up. Yo, bro, that's diabolical, my nigga. Crazy work, you know what I mean? Crazy work. So, with that being said, it's like, what made you think you was gonna get away with it, first of all? You around a nigga who ratting. He report to the police, dog. Real shit. He a CI. You chilling around a nigga who report to the police. You fuck if he your daddy or not, homie. You know what I mean? Like, that shit crazy, man. And for Pooh Shiesty to be the certain artist he is, to be around Lil Durk, I mean, just to be around all these people who see themselves, you feel me, as like a certain type of person that doesn't chill around people who snitch or tell or none of that. You around this shit is crazy, bro. Real shit. Real shit. Let me answer a question. I want to see what y'all think. Did Pooh, Shiesty, rob Gucci Man? I want to know y'all opinions on this shit. Because me personally, I don't know what to think. You know, I've been working my little couple jobs. You know, I've been saving up to actually have some bigger situation going on. Because eventually I want this to get better. Um, but yeah, man, I want to know y'all opinion on it. I really ain't been keeping up with a lot of this shit lately. I just been working my ass off and, you know what I'm saying, coming home chilling and shit. But like, what what do y'all think about this shit? Like, if you think he robbed him, what would be the reason behind it? Because I'm only going off like kind of what I'm hearing around in the circuit, and you know, people bringing up posts of this certain, he said this and he said, you know, they put in a chronological order. I'm like, damn, the kind of that, you know, it would make sense to why you would want to rob a nigga after he did this certain thing and said this certain thing. You know what I mean? Like, what would make you think that? If you do vote yes. If no, then why would you think that as well? You feel me? So, but it's interesting that you got a lot of these, you know, quote unquote gangster rappers who's chilling around people who tell. You know, and that's been a big thing lately. I'm seeing like you got all these people that's saying one thing, but then they chilling around certain people that's doing the things that when they see somebody else doing them, they try to ostracize them from a group or some shit like that. Which only makes sense to me why, you know what I'm saying, Offset did a track with Gunna. You know, Kodak Black did a track with, you know, Tekashi 69. You get what I'm saying? You get my drift? Like people who telling, you still got people who quote unquote are street certified that's still doing music with them, that's like still around them, still doing songs with them, fucking with their managers and all that shit. You know, you got Lil Baby still fucking with QC and all these people, you know, and they going off of these street rules. And I'm not saying the street rules don't have any validity. I'm just saying a lot of that shit contradicts itself. You know what I'm saying? You can pluck a couple of those street rules out and it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. But about 70 to 80% of that shit, it's just, it's not realistic. For you to follow street rules, you would have to literally be by yourself, with yourself, for yourself all the time. To not, if you follow the street rules, you would literally be alone, and you would be a recluse because you would just stay in the house and just be trapping all day, every day, all day. You can't fuck with nobody, can't talk to nobody, you can't be around nobody, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because you taking too many chances once you start bringing people in. You know, a lot of people don't want to be on teams anymore. A lot of people want to be Michael Jordan and not Scottie Pippen, not Steve Kerr. They don't want to be role players. You know, everybody wants to be the top dog when it takes people who literally just play one thing and is good at one thing to help out the whole team. You know, you need somebody good at rebounds. You need somebody good at passing the ball. You need somebody good at shooting. You need somebody good at defending. And then you need somebody good, maybe, I don't know, at calling plays. You know what I mean? Like you need at least 5 different things going on. You need one person to be good at one thing in multiple positions. You know what I mean? One person good here, one person. So for Pooh Shiesty, for me, I feel like Pooh Shiesty just didn't want to be that artist anymore. He wanted to be the CEO. He wanted to sign himself off of that shit. And the robbery happened. I don't like, if I'm just going off my first initial thought, the robbery happened. That was a power move. You know, because you didn't have to rob Gucci, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying he did or didn't. I'm just going off the reports that's going on right now. I don't know anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going off of what's being said. But you did not have to rob him. You could have just sent a message. So you wanted to do more. You wanted to do more to push the issue and maybe even take Gucci Mane's spot. For what reason, I don't know. But you wanted to take Gucci Mane's spot. You did what I'm saying? It's the only way. Why would you want to steal his shit? To demoralize him? Dehumanize him? Emasculate him? Those are the only reasons why you want to steal somebody's shit off of them and force them to sign a contract. That's crazy, man. I mean, did this man not put you on? You feel me? Did he not put you on? Did Gucci Mane not put Pooh Shiesty on, or am I tripping? I can't be tripping that much, because you can't sit here and tell me you want to rob somebody that put you on because you just don't like them. No, nigga, you did that shit to. You wanted to be Gucci Mane. You want to be the next Gucci Mane. You get what I'm saying? Now you got a lot of people saying, "Oh, Gucci Mane ain't no street nigga no more." Woo, 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 woo. All right, I guess. I don't know how long it takes for like the street nigga shit to like wear off, but I've always seen Gucci Mane as that, because that's how he came in. I'm sorry that you came in and you was talking about a body and you had a beef with Jeezy and all this other Atlanta street shit going on. That's how you came in to me. So I'm looking at you like a snitch. That's the next thing I wanted to get to. I'm looking at Gucci Mane like a snitch. He's telling, if the information that's being said is true, you got lawyers saying that this shit is true, firing back. You got niggas in court already for this shit. If what they're saying is true, then Gucci Mane is officially Tekashi 6ix9ine. He's gonna. You know what I'm saying? He's Young Thug. He's talking too much. If you are going off of street shit, bro, you definitely tell them the first time you even have a conversation to the cops, and it's not about the weather. Oh, how's the weather going? How about those Dodgers? You're not talking about sports. You're talking about people. You better be talking about how's your family, John, or whatever. You don't need to be talking to them about other people, about other shit that's going on that either got something to do with you, nothing to do with you, or something that you heard about. That's snitching. Because now you're helping them with cases being solved. Let them do their job. You know what I'm saying? Now, unfortunately, it was you that was the center of this case. It was you that was the guy that, you know what I mean, is you know, the reason why it's happening. But you a street nigga. And that's my point. It's contradicting, because on one hand, yeah, you want to retaliate. And Byron Blake said this too. And again, shout out to Byron Blake. Byron Blake said this, and he put it so perfectly. He said, on one hand, you would want to go and retaliate after somebody hit you up on that type of time. But when Pooh Shiesty's daddy is a snitch, can you really get him back? Because then he gonna go tell the cops that you did it after they just robbed you. This is all alleged. I don't know nothing, right? So it is what it is with that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll be right back. It's getting hot. Ooh, got hot, boy. Gotta turn on that motherfucking air. AC. AC, baby. AC, baby. But yeah, so I just, you know, the whole street thing is very, very confusing. You know, when it comes to this, a lot of people are saying that Gucci Mane is a businessman now. He's no longer in the streets. Well, I need to know something then personally, if somebody can answer this question. If Gucci Mane is not a snitch to you, but he's talking to the cops, when was it the time that you stopped considering him to be a street nigga? Or how long, not even that, how long does it take for an artist that's from the streets to not do street shit for you to say, all right, it's not a street nigga no more? 2 years, 5 years, 6 months, 10 years? Like, how long does it take? Because that's my only That's my only discrepancy here. That's my only problem, cause y'all put that on people who y'all feel like y'all like. I feel like it's all like picked. It's not necessarily like it's a process that no one introduced the process of street nigga to civilian or something, and people just kind of just pick and choose when they want that person to be that, rather than it being like an actual process or some type of time duration behind it. People just going around just picking niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I'm confused about right now with this whole situation. If Gucci Mane got robbed and he told the cops and the police and whoever else that this person robbed me, he's told the cops information which makes him a snitch. When was I supposed to stop taking him as a street nigga? He's still talking this street shit. You can go to his music from 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4, 5. Like, since he got out, he was still on street shit. It hasn't changed much. It maybe has gotten a little bit cleaner. The image probably got a little bit cleaner. You know what I'm saying? Now he's going on the Breakfast Club here and there and doing little interviews and shit like that. But that I don't see that. When did the metamorphosis happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, for us to even consider him not being a snitch. Like, he's automatically a snitch. It's not even a question. If this is true, Gucci Mane is a snitch. Period, point blank. Now, he did it to protect his family. He did it because he didn't want to retaliate because there was a rat on the other side. But street rules say snitches get stitches and put in ditches type shit. Rat get put in the pack and he never coming back type shit. What are you supposed to do in this situation? Honestly, I don't give a fuck anymore. Because you want me to know, you want me to tell you the truth? Gucci Mane was the Gucci Mane wasn't the last person. Gucci Mane wasn't the person I said, if he goes down, then all this shit over with. Like, street shit over with. Streets is done. But Gucci Mane is a good indication on how the streets are, right? Like, for instance, Willie, if fucking, let me see, if fucking, I don't know, a conscious rapper or something start just talking about, like, I don't know, bullshit, and, racism, like being on a heavily right wing or being like some type of right wing conservative fucktard or something like that, right? Just totally on that side, right? Just anti-black and all that shit. But you was just conscious like 4 or 5 years. What's the transition for him going from bigging up black people to being a bigot? You know what I mean? Like what does it take? Does it take a certain amount of actions for a certain amount of time in order to do so? Or what is going on here? Because I really want to know this shit. Everybody's a snitch. Not everybody, because this nigga's in jail right now sitting because they ain't told. I mean, when you say everybody, I'm thinking about just maybe superstars or stars or something. In that sense, yeah, I can see that, but we just talking about what we're talking about. You feel me? We just talking about what we talking about. You feel me? Like I really feel like, to be real, right when he got out, he probably decided like some shit happened to me. I'm telling. I ain't gonna do it right away, but if some shit happened to me, I'm telling. This don't look like it was planned. I will say that this look like some real shit. This look like some real shit going on. You know what I'm saying, in society. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about these certain situations anymore when it comes to like quote unquote rappers and musicians and artists and like people who do trap music and shit like that. Like that shit don't even look real. Like Gucci Mane just fucked it up for me. Any nigga right now that's rapping about street shit, I don't believe you right now. Or it's you. I don't want you to prove yourself. I don't want you to prove yourself, but I don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? That's with everybody. Now I'm just listening to music just to get the feel of it, bro. If I want to hustle, I'm going to listen to some hustle music. If I feel like I want to be trapped out, I'm going to listen to some trapped out music. In the back of my mind, I know they probably not doing this shit 90% of the time anyway. It's over with, man. They just make this shit look better, bro. It's over with. Gucci Mane wasn't the end all be all for me, but he definitely changed my outlook on how I'm looking at all the rest of you niggas. Facts. Gucci Mane changed how I looked at all of you niggas, man. So I'm not gonna harp too more on this, man, because at the end of the day, bro, like my nigga Willie Webster said, man, everybody's a snitch, right? In our own little way. Maybe you doing it a different way, or maybe you don't think you're doing it, or maybe it's just a different situation, different circumstances, something like that. But other than if we're talking about people getting raped, children getting stolen, children or women getting raped, shit like that, you feel me? Well, I wouldn't say working with a white man is equivalent to snitching, but I get what you're saying in the sense of like they're probably telling information, and in a way they're snitching because they have to work with a particular type of person that's not necessarily on their side. Like the cops ain't never on your side. So I do get the analogy with that. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, though, I do feel like, at the end of it all, like I feel like that was a bad example because that's more so civil rights. That's more so. I'm not saying I don't get what you're saying, but I'm saying I feel like that was a bad example only because it wasn't something that was as pivotal or prevalent to society. Like these niggas is just talking about drugs and rapping about fucking bitches and putting Molly in their ass and shit. You know what I'm saying? They not really like pushing for an agenda to where you kind of would have to fuck with somebody you don't like. Like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, them niggas had to fuck with white people because they were talking to them. Gucci Mane, Pooh, Shiesty, they was just talking to other trap niggas in their songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I do get what you're saying when it comes to the snitching, and I get it, but I think that was a bad example. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, you feel me? So like, I don't know. At the end of it, it's just like you gotta really realize, what you're doing this shit for, what you're doing, whatever you're doing for, or you're gonna lose your way in that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna lose your way in that shit. It ain't gonna be pretty. And a lot of this shit that these niggas is doing, I'm gonna be real, that shit probably ain't them no way. This is why these niggas be getting caught up in certain shit. This is why niggas get caught up in certain shit. Because it's not for you no way. I done got away with a lot of shit. Some of that shit might have been for me. Other things probably wasn't for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. Other shit was probably not for me. Which is probably why I got into certain circumstances that I did. In other certain circumstances, I just didn't. Nothing happened. Nothing. You know what I mean? So, I had chances to tell. I had chances to do a whole bunch of shit. I had chances to get niggas up out of here. All that shit. Bro. It get to a point where that shit gets so deep, that shit can come back years later and bite you in the ass. Thank God I ain't do some of the shit that I felt like I could have done because I'm trying to prove something to somebody, prove something to the streets, get a name and all that shit. Like, that shit crazy as fuck. You get what I'm saying? That shit get bad. That shit bad, man. You know what I mean? Like real talk, that shit's bad. Because you get caught up in that mindset of you having to be something that you don't have to be. So much more to be out here. That shit true, man. You just get caught up in that shit, and then you almost feel like you can't get out when you can, but you choose not to once you feel like you can, or once you get the knowledge that you can, now you feel like you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? It gets crazy, man. It gets wild. That's all I want to say right now, man. Unless there's going to be more viewers that come up, pop up. You know what I'm saying? That's all I kind of want to say right now. If y'all want to leave your opinion down in the comment section, please let me know. If you would like to donate to the channel, the link is in the description. If you would like to buy glasses for FIRMOO, that's firmoo.com. Link is in the description. You know what I'm saying? Y'all drop links in the comments of any new information with this video. Man, tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. You feel what I'm saying? This channel will be getting a lot better. I've been working my ass off. Why y'all ain't seen me in a while? My apologies. But I feel like this was a good subject to kind of, put me back on the map. You know what I'm saying? Put my face back on here and shit like that. But I really want to know y'all opinion on this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this street shit, when it comes to this music shit, when it comes to this just holding the image, like, you see how niggas get caught up in shit? You know what I mean? Do you see how niggas can get caught up in this shit now? Like, it's crazy work. You know what I mean? It's crazy work. Yeah, man, that's all I got, though, man. I ain't even gonna keep y'all too much longer. Keep myself long, actually. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, man, if y'all would like to donate to the channel, man, the link is in the description. If you would like to purchase some glasses, FIRMOO, that's firmoo.com. Link is in the description. Use the promo code BOLO40, that's BOLO40. I'm out. Peace.